Okay, what we have here is a Calibre 330 turntable. I never heard of one of these before till I did some research online, and apparently they were made by Marantz for a Pacific Stereo company over in the West Coast. I tried plugging it in, turned it on. I can hear a hum, but the platter does not spin. So that tells me that we probably have a broken belt. First thing we're going to do is gently lift the dust cover. Platter mat's a little dirty, and I'll probably clean it once I put a new belt on it and see that that repairs it properly and that it's fixed before we go through that trouble. I'm going to gently pull the mat off, and we'll set it to the side. And if you look underneath there in the corner, right there is the spindle. When you change your speeds, it moves the belt up and down the spindle to vary the speed. But as you can tell, the belt is gone. So we'll go ahead and proceed to remove the platter and investigate it further. Just pull it gently straight up off of the spindle. And oh, look at that. It's what we call the dreaded belt goo. Over time, this rubber breaks down. Some of these turntables, 30, 40 years old, rubber breaks down and it turns into a real sticky, messy stuff like that. So my next plan of attack, what I'll do, get a bottle of rubbing alcohol and some cotton swabs, and that should get that cleaned up really quick. I didn't mention I also like to use wooden toothpicks to try to pick up the pieces of the old belt. Luckily this one's not as bad as what they usually can be. Sometimes it's just a black tar. This is more of a red, like fruit roll-up like substance. I want to get every bit off of there we can. Actually, I'm going to see if I can gently pull that off with my fingers off the platter. Never seen a belt like this, but trust me, some of them can be a whole lot worse. Oh, look at that. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, we're getting it all one large piece. You want to have a paper towel setting to the side on your bench. You can kind of see it as I tilt the camera. That's where all the old ruined belt winds up. You don't want another mess. When I'm finished, I'll just scoop all that up and throw it in the garbage. Okay, I have my alcohol poured into a bowl. Dip the cotton swab on there. And we're just going to clean all that belt residue. See, it's nasty old deteriorated belt residue there. This is actually one of the cleanest ones I've ever done, as I said before. It's real important to get that spindle. We don't want any of that old belt residue on the new belt. Alright, looks like we've got it off of that spot. And now it's time to clean the platter, which I have laying off here to the side. This may take a little longer, but it'll be very well worth it when it's done. Quite a bit of gunk there. If you get any on your hands, I've cleaned it off before with this very same deal, just some 91% isopropyl alcohol, or however you pronounce that. Sorry, I'm from the Midwest, I probably pronounced it wrong. And it's still coming off quite nice. May note that before using alcohol, if you clean anything plastic, you want to do it on an inconspicuous area first to make sure that it does no damage to the plastic itself and ruin the look of whatever it is you're working on. Alright, you can kind of see the line where the belt was. But for the most part, it's all cleaned off. I don't think it's going to affect its performance any at all. But I'll take a clean paper towel and kind of give it a little quick rub down there. And we should be ready for the new belt. Okay, here's the new belt. I haven't opened it yet. Hopefully they sent the right one. You can get belts off of individual sellers from eBay. Or if you can have one that's intact and not turned to goo like that one was, you can measure it and order one through Parts Express and various other electronic dealers. That belt looks a little small, but we'll see how well it fits. Got a Tonar drive belt, part number FB2050A. And you'll see the dimensions there on the packaging. Okay, we have the new belt out of the package. Have it all out and unkinked. You want to make sure that the front surface is all turned the same way and not pinched or kinked any where it's not twisted. And you lay it across like so, and you hold your gap right there at the opening. That's how you access the spindle to the drive motor with the cover not getting in your way. See, there's no twists. I'm going to try to get it as even as possible around the platter. It's not perfect, but it will work its way down as it spins. Flip it over. Gently lay it down upon the spindle. If you could see, the corner there, I'm going to put that around the motor shaft, and we're going to tuck it just behind this piece here. And what that little arm does, I may have mentioned it before, I've forgotten already. As it's turning, it'll push the belt higher on the spindle or lower, depending on whether you're playing a 33 RPM or 45. I give it a gentle turn by hand, and it looks like we have it spinning again. It's not going like it should because I don't have a record on there, and it's this is an automatic turntable. So we'll put the platter back on, platter cover that is, and we'll go get a record, give it a spin, and see how it operates. Alright, got a record here I use. It's bad shape, so I just use it to test these kind of situations out on it. Pick up the tone arm. And it looks like we're spinning pretty nice. Can't play any audio on this or the copyright police would go after me. So I will give it a try later, hook to something and not record it. But it appears that we're back in working shape. I'm probably going to put a new stylus on this because it doesn't look as if it's it looks as if it's well worn and needs replaced, so we'll do that on a later video. But at the moment, that's pretty well concludes it. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends. You can subscribe to my channel where I work on all kinds of old vintage equipment, repairing, cleaning, and getting it back for people to enjoy for many years to come. Thanks for watching. Bye.